Welcome into the first edition of The Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm your host, Namath Pitts, and you see it. We're in the locker room right now. That's where we're going to be at every Monday through Friday with all the up-to-date local sports, all local. It ranges from Piedmont to Wellborn to Oxford into Cleburne County and Ranburne. We've got local sports all across Calhoun and Cleburne County right here inside the locker room. We've got a great first edition of the locker room for you. And let's get right into things. And I want to go out to my alma mater. Let me give you a little background information about me. My name again is Namath Pitts. I'm a Walter Wellborn High School grad. I'm a Panther through and through. I'm from this area, Calhoun County, and I have a passion from sports. I've worked in the big markets, worked, of course, here in Calhoun County. Love football, love baseball, love wrestling. I wrestled in high school, so I love sports of all kinds, and I'm excited to bring to you guys every single day the up-to-date news. And so let's start with one of the biggest stories in Calhoun County. From the Hill, my alma mater, the Walter Wellborn Panthers won their 400th game in program history when they went on the road to defeat Dadeville 2 weeks ago. And we went to the Hill to catch up with head coach Jeff Smith to talk about their 400th win. And here was his response.
Well, winning the 400th game in our school history was very special. You know, we hadn't had a team since 1955. And for us to be able to accomplish 400 wins in this period of time, it really says a lot. You know, our football team has always been the pride of our community and our school. And, for me to be able to be a small part of it right there, I really feel special about that. I thought our players played really well. We went down to Dadeville and played a tough Dadeville team and was able to win. And we won it playing defense and running the football, which, is really represents what Wellborn football has been like all these years, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it.
One thing about the locker room is we are going to literally go inside the locker rooms to catch up with head coaches all across the county and all sports to give you guys a preview. Again, we're talking about Wellborn, but we've got many, many other stories that range from Jacksonville all the way to the Calhoun County volleyball tournament that takes place this weekend. So we're going to talk to coaches of all different sports, and we're going to go inside the locker rooms. That's the goal of the locker room, is to get inside to give you guys what matters, which is local. And so I asked Coach Smith to recap the season up to this point. You heard him talk about a big win at Dadeville. This is a team that has started the season strong in 3A Region 4. They've got big wins over Beulah and Childersburg. They won their non-region game at Talladega last week. They go back into region play this week against Childersburg. So I asked Coach Smith to really recap the season up to this point.
Well, we started out the season kind of rough. We lost to Anniston in a hard-fought game that we felt like we had a chance to actually win the game, but at the very end of the game right there, they kind of went ahead of us and kind of took off with it. We played a tough Ohatchee team the next week, but then we had an open week and we kind of reset the season. And then we've had a couple of big wins, big region wins since then. And, we're looking forward to getting back into region play. We've got a tough Childersburg team that we got in front of us right there. And then after that, it's Randolph County, then Weaver and Sags. And, those 4 region games in a row is going to be pretty tough for us right there. So, we're just going to take them one game at a time and just, try to do the best we possibly can with it. But we're in a very tough region. This 3A region that's in the south right here is pretty tough from top to bottom. I think all our teams are quality enough to make the playoffs.
In the midst of a great 3A Region 4 start for the Wellborn Panthers, some of the biggest buzz on the Hill isn't about the varsity Panthers, yet it's about the junior high Panthers. The 7th, 8th, and 9th graders have started the season undefeated, and there is a lot to look forward to in midst of the future for the Wellborn program. I asked Coach Smith to talk a little bit about this junior high program that's undefeated.
Well, our junior high football team's done very well this year, and they got a good nucleus that have been together for a long time. They work hard. They're very coachable. They're currently 5-0. We got to play Sacs this Monday right here. And once we play Sacs, and we played all the other 6 Calhoun County schools in our school system, and again they've just done well. Again, they did good when they were little, like when they were in midget football, and they've stayed together and came up, and we just got a lot of big expectations on them the older they get.
The Wellborn Junior High Panthers are kicking off as we speak on the hill against Sacs. Big junior high game. If the Wellborn Panthers junior high team defeats Sacs tonight, they will finish the season undefeated. They've got a game against Spring Garden scheduled for next week, but that game is in limbo to be determined if it will be played. But they will have defeated every Calhoun County team that they faced this season. And as Coach Smith, there's a lot of great atmospheres in Calhoun County when it comes to football on Friday nights. And the hill is certainly up there with the likes of Death Valley and Oxford High School and different stadiums within Calhoun County. Ask Coach Smith, what's it like to take the field on Friday nights when you're on the hill?
Well, being able to be the coach at Wellborn and us, getting to play on the hill, and I feel like Wellborn is Friday Night Lights. When you come here, it's special. We take a lot of pride in wearing that black jersey and the black helmet and playing on the hill and representing all the former players that's played in front of us. I think our community finds a lot of pride in our football team, and it's been the one thing that we've been good at for a lot of years. And I think our school and community and our former players take a lot of pride in it.
Local matters. We want to bring to you what is important, and that is local sports. And, to be honest with you guys, I think it gets overlooked sometimes that it isn't just the leadership of a football coach that leads a program, but it's the leadership of the school. It's the principal, the guy that leads the helm of things. And so I caught up with Andy Carpenter, the principal at Wellborn, to talk about things from his perspective. And I asked Mr. Carpenter, what's it like from your perspective to see a program win its 400th game? And here was his response.
One of the great things about Wellborn is its tradition with athletics. I've had the good fortune as now an administrator and also as a player to play against Wellborn. What I knew about Wellborn when I got the principal's job was just toughness, and we care about athletics, and we really wanted to excel in everything that we did. And it's really exciting to be able to be a part of the 400th victory. Those guys go back from Coach Dupree with the state championship in '66, and then Coach Battle's run, and then Coach Smith is on an unprecedented run for 15 years here. So it's exciting to be able to be a part of that as we, this year try to make a run toward a deep run in the playoffs.
Mr. Carpenter is a Childersburg guy, and this Friday night, the Wellborn Panthers and Childersburg go head-to-head in a big 3A Region 4 game. But, Mr. Carpenter has made a lot of contributions to Wellborn in his short time there, and asked him a little bit about the facilities, a little bit about the education, and how he hopes to continue to improve the campus of Wellborn High School.
One of the things we really talk about here at Wellborn is pride in everything that we do. One of the things I noticed when I first got the job is I walked in, and our kids take such great care of all of our facilities. So when I first got here, we really decided we're going to upgrade our facilities. We spent some time raising a ton of money with community help to redo the gym floor. We put a fence up, iron fence up at the football stadium. We've got gates being put in there in the next week or two. We're really excited about the things that we've done to improve the appearance of Wellborn. One of the things that we're really looking at now is working toward improving instruction and working toward improving student achievement. And our teachers are really bought in, and our kids are doing a great job. We're excited to see where we're headed.
Wellborn is currently improving the pavement on the sidewalks in front of the school if you pull up. But one thing that's going to catch your eye when you go to Wellborn isn't just football Friday nights, but it's the shoes that Mr. Carpenter wears. He has quite the collection. I asked him to tell us his favorite pair.
All right, so I get asked that all the time. I just have kind of turned into a shoe guy in the last 2 or 3 years. It's a great way to make connections with kids. Pairs of shoes, I think I'm in the neighborhood of 12 or 13, 10 or 11 pair of Jordans and 2 pair of Air Force Ones. And those are probably my favorite. I went on the Nike app last year and designed my own. High top, gray and white with a black swoosh, and on the back where it says Nike, it's got WW. So those are my favorites, my Wellborn Air Force Ones.
I love shoes just like Mr. Carpenter. I have quite the collection myself. But let's talk about this remaining football schedule for the Wellborn Panthers. Head coach Jeff Smith last Friday tied Coach Mike Battles as the winningest coach in Wellborn history. So a win this Friday night against Childersburg would make head coach Jeff Smith the winningest coach in Wellborn football history. Not only that, Coach Smith is 4 wins away from being a 100-win coach at Wellborn. Now, he's already accomplished 100 wins in his career as a head coach, but he is 4 wins away from accomplishing astonishing 100 wins at Wellborn. So if you put that together between his time as a football player under head coach battles to his time as a head coach, Coach Jeff Smith has accounted for over 1/4 of the wins in Wellborn football program history. And again, this Friday night, they have a big game against Childersburg. It's a 3A Region 4 game. The winner puts themselves in the driver's seat to host a playoff game in the first round of the playoffs. If Wellborn can get through Childersburg, then they're going to move forward to what would be the region championship game on the road at Randolph County. Then they would come back home and face Ken Kofer and the Weaver Bearcats. Go on the road after that to a winless Sacs team and close the season out with a really good non-region game before the playoffs against a much improved Cleburne County team that is already in the seat to make the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. So head coach of the Wellborn Panthers, head coach Jeff Smith, Andy Carpenter, talking about that 400th win in Wellborn school program. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk Oxford Yellow Jacket baseball with new head coach Travis Jansen. You're listening to The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Welcome back into the Locker Room. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston and you can pick out what you like, what you want, what you need, and you can do it right there at Ted's. Also, they've got a partnership with Wellborn Cabinet. They offer you complete kitchens. They offer bath makeovers. This includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. You can get it all done right there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now here's the best part. They offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, it's a patio or living space. They have it all. They specially make outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. So go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston. It's on Highway 431 right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or you can visit them at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com, shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room. Welcome back into the Locker Room, and I'm your host, Namath Pitts. And before the break, we told you we're going to talk Travis Jansen baseball. That's right. Wes Brooks, the head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, has moved on to an administration role. And after 18 years, the Oxford Yellow Jackets they had a tough task. They had to replace one of the best coaches in Calhoun County and one of the best coaches in the state of Alabama in Wes Brooks. You see new head coach Travis Jansen and his family as they were greeted to the community last night at a meet and greet. And we caught up with Coach Jansen to talk a little bit about what we can expect. And the first thing I asked Coach Jansen was, why Oxford? What was it about this job that made you want to apply?
been in college baseball for 26 years and had a long run at the college level, and it was really satisfying in a lot of different ways. This opportunity presented itself, and you know, you start taking inventory of where you're at with your family, and you've got a 12-year-old little boy that really likes to play, and so the opportunity started to unfold, and just through the conversations and everything Oxford High has to offer, I just thought it was a no-brainer for myself and my family, and just couldn't be happier, and place is incredible.
Coach Jansen is familiar to college baseball, and Oxford is really no different. The facilities that the Yellow Jackets offer any coach in the state of Alabama is some of the top facilities in the state of Alabama. They have some of the top players in the state of Alabama, but just like you have all those things, you still need someone that can lead that program in a winning way, that instills winning tradition. And so I asked Coach Jansen, what can we expect from you? What is the style of baseball that Travis Jansen is bringing to the Oxford community?
Well, I hope it's not, I don't hope. It's going to be a tough, hard-nosed play style. It's going to be a type of baseball that feels like that we're dictating the action, and it feels like that it's going to be aggressive. And on the mound, we're going to preach throwing strikes. And on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to put pressure on the defense and try to make things happen. And if we're playing right, it'll be a lot of fun to watch. So a lot of effort and just a lot of get after it.
It was a no-brainer for the Oxford Yellow Jackets when it came to hiring Travis Jansen as the new skipper of the Yellow Jacket baseball team. Coach Jansen has needed a new home since 2022 when Alston P decided to go a different direction midseason. But Coach Jansen has spent some time here in Calhoun County. He had 2 stints in Jim Case's dugout. Everybody knows the legend Jim Case of Jacksonville State, who just recently retired. He spent 2 different stints at Jacksonville State under head coach Jim Case. And Jansen won 273 games while a head coach. He even earned a move up from the NCAA Division II. And so Coach Jansen has proved that he can coach in college. And I would like to believe that that's going to be no different in the high school level. If a coach can coach, a coach can coach. And I think there's every reason to expect that Coach Jansen is going to keep that same expectation of winning baseball in the Oxford community. Now, let's be honest. 2023 was a historical season for the Yellow Jackets. You don't have seasons like what the Oxford Yellow Jackets have very often. Matter of fact, it had been 11 years for the Oxford Yellow Jackets between what was a school record 39-win season and a 6A state championship. And so Coach Jansen has tough shoes to fill. It's like replacing Nick Saban. That's what he's doing, coming in, replacing Wes Brooks. But I have no questions because I fully believe that Coach Travis Jansen is going to come in, make a difference in the community, and is going to win a lot of baseball games and maybe even add more trophies to the trophy case. And I would even say maybe as soon as this season. They do have to retool after losing 9 seniors, 5 who went on to play college baseball. But when you have Carter Johnson and R.J. Brooks returning on the diamond, you have as 2 of the guys as you're going to find on any team across the state of Alabama. So this year, again, they are losing 5 guys that played college baseball. They're losing 4 more to graduation. But you bring back a guy like Carter Johnson, you bring back R.J. Brooks, and now there's a lot more talent that I haven't even mentioned that is returning for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. But as a coach like Coach Jansen, I'm looking at Johnson, I'm looking at Brooks, and I'm expecting them to be big-time players to continue that tradition of winning baseball at Choccolocco Park. So head coach Travis Jansen, welcome to the community from the locker room in Namath Pitts. We look forward to more conversations with you moving forward. Hey, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk youth football, Northeast Alabama youth athletics. We've got highlights from the Creek Bank where the Ohatchee Indians and the Sacs Wildcats played Little League football this past Saturday. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Welcome back into the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics. That's right. It features all kinds of teams from Calhoun County, Anniston, Jacksonville, Oxford, Lincoln, Mumford, Alexandria, Piedmont, Sacs, Weaver, Ohatchee, Pleasant Valley, White Plains, and Wellborn all play in the Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics Association. We've got some highlights for you guys right there from the Creek Bank, where the Ohatchee Indians seniors faced off against the Sacs seniors, and we've got the scores from this past Saturday. And let's start with the senior division. Alexandria defeated Mumford 25-0. Anniston defeated Oxford B 25-0. Jacksonville defeated White Plains 25-6. Oxford A victorious over Lincoln 25-0. Ohatchee 25-0 over Sacs. Piedmont 25-0 over Weaver, and Wellborn over Pleasant Valley in 3 overtimes by a score of 25-19. The junior division, it was Wellborn over Pleasant Valley 19-6. Weaver shutting out Piedmont 25-0. Ohatchee 21, Sacs 0. Big day on the Creek Bank for the Ohatchee Little League football team. Lincoln defeated Oxford A 12-6. Jacksonville 25, White Plains 0. Anniston 25, Oxford B 0. And Alexandria 20-6 over Mumford. The sophomores, we love the little sophomores. The Pleasant Valley Raiders were victorious over the Wellborn Panthers 7-0. Piedmont victorious over Weaver 25-0. Sacs got their only win at the Creek Bank in the sophomore division 18-0 over Ohatchee. Oxford A defeated Lincoln 25-6. The Jacksonville Golden Eagles 33-6 win over the White Plains Wildcats. The Anniston Bulldogs, the little mighty Anniston Bulldogs, 14-6 over Oxford B. And Alexandria, the Valley Cubs, man, they have been on fire, defeated Mumford 14-7. That's the scores from Week 4 of the Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics Association. And again, we're looking at these highlights. The Ohatchee seniors, they've got quite some playmakers right here against the Sacs seniors. Ohatchee, by the way, their senior division still undefeated. We're going to show you that in just a minute. Here's a great run right here by Sacs quarterback Washington. And I tell you, this is some hard-nosed players from Ohatchee. Sacs, a little bit of a rebuilding process. But again, we were out at the Creek Bank, and that's the thing about the Locker Room, guys. It's all local. You can expect to see everything from varsity football to youth football. You're going to see volleyball. You're going to see baseball, wrestling, track and field, golf. We literally have it all every single day, Monday through Friday, inside the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. You can expect to see your little kids getting their much-deserved coverage. We've got some graphics for you guys from the standings as we enter Week 5 of youth football here again in Calhoun County that features a couple teams in Talladega County. And again, Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics is divided in 2 divisions. It's divided in the big division and the little division. As you can imagine, the small division is a lot of the smaller teams, Ohatchee, Piedmont, Weaver, White Plains, Wellborn, Sacs, and Pleasant Valley. And the big division features Alexandria, Anniston, Jacksonville, Oxford A, Oxford B, Mumford, and Lincoln. And so we've got the small school division standings for you guys right now. So let's go ahead and look at where things stand as we enter week 5. Let's start with the sophomore division. This is the youngest kids, typically probably kindergarten, first grade. And Piedmont sits at the top, undefeated, 3-0. They are 0-1 when facing big division teams, but they're 3-0 within the small school division. Sachs, number 2, Pleasant Valley, 3. Ohatchee sits at 4, and then Weaver, White Plains, and Wellborn rounding out the bottom of the sophomore division. Wellborn still winless, same with White Plains. Let's move on to the junior division in the small school division rankings. In the junior division starts with Pleasant Valley at the bottom. They are winless currently at 0-4. Sachs is 0-2 in the small division. White Plains 1-2. Piedmont 2-1. Wellborn, how about the juniors? My guy Jonathan Screws leading those mighty Wellborn Panthers. They're 2-2 within the small division. Weaver 3-1, but the Ohatchee Indians. Guys, the Ohatchee Indians junior division. All right, good friend of mine, Screws, is coaching this team, Dustin Screws, and let me tell you, they have not given up a touchdown all season long. The Ohatchee juniors have not given up a touchdown all season long. All right, let's move to the senior division. Again, Ohatchee, you see the pattern. Ohatchee youth football is dominating Northeast Alabama youth athletics right now. They sit at 4-0. How about the Piedmont Bulldogs right under them, 3-0. Weaver at number 3. Wellborn sitting there at 2-2. Legend Wormy Haynes coaching the Wellborn Panthers. White Plains at number 5. Sachs sitting at 6. They're going to face off this week at Piedmont. And then rounding out the bottom is Pleasant Valley. Let's move to the big division rankings. And let's start with the sophomores. Again, the smallest ones. No surprise right here. The Anniston Bulldogs, they are athletic. They have got some speed. They are undefeated, currently 4-0 in the big school rankings. Jacksonville, number 2, they're undefeated, 3-0, 1-0 against the small division. Oxford A, 2-2. Oxford B, 1-1 within the big division, 2-0 against the small division. That's what the second parenthesis means. That's against the other division. Lincoln, 1-3. Alexandria, 1-3, and Mumford winless so far. Let's move to the juniors. Jacksonville, the Golden Eagles, a lot of talent. They've got a lot of talent in the junior division. They're undefeated right now. Anniston, Alexandria, Lincoln. Then you got Oxford B and Mumford, and then Oxford A to close it out. And then the last division is the senior division. Some of these players will be in junior high next season. In the senior division, I believe we've got that graphic for you guys right here. And Alexandria, the Valley Cubs. It's been a struggle on the varsity end of things, but when it comes to the varsity of Little League, Alexandria continuing to do what they do year in, year out in youth football, and that's put one of the best products on the field on Saturdays. The Alexandria Valley Cubs are undefeated. Anniston 3-1. The Jacksonville Golden Eagles sitting at 3rd place right now. So those 4 teams looking to get in that gold bracket for the playoffs. Oxford B, Mumford, and then Lincoln sitting at the bottom of those division standings. So that's the Northeast Alabama Youth Athletic Division standings. And again, you saw the B-roll earlier, the highlights from Ohatchee, where the senior Ohatchee Indians faced off against the senior Sachs Wildcats. And we're going to have more of that every week in the locker room. We hope to bring you everything that's local. But that's all we've got for today. I appreciate you watching the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. Tomorrow, we're going to talk a pretty cool story about a Lincoln Golden Bear varsity football player who not only surrendered his life to Christ, but was baptized in front of all of his teammates, and it was because of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So tomorrow we're going to talk with Cole Limbaugh of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes to talk about this and talk about a big event coming up called Fields of Faith. I'm your host, Namath Pitts. We'll see you tomorrow on The Locker Room.